in this video, I want to revisit the best performing stocks for the year. So if you want to know who are the stocks that did well, who are the stocks that massively moved up, bounced back, or who are the ones that have not really performed well, if you want to know more about that, you want to know more about Philippine stocks that have performed better, then you have to check this video out. Hey guys, so we are posting this video November 2020, and the thing about that and the narrative is, as you all know, 2019 we saw the market continually slightly fall down, predominantly because of the trade war, but on a broader sense it was moving sideways. Then we saw the lockdowns happen, we saw everything that happened around the world, where we saw the markets crash and drop massively last March 2020. After the steep drop, we saw the market suddenly, boom, push back up, only to see it move sideways once again. At that time, no, we didn't know when will foreigners ever come back this year? What will be the trigger for them to start to come back? Then suddenly, a few weeks prior to this video being recorded, we saw foreigners slightly start to trickle in. Then they started also to accumulate again massively. And as they started to accumulate massively, we saw volumes start to move up. For those who have been following this channel, I would always say look at the chart. But I'd always also say that, look at foreign buying. Because at the end of the day, the Philippines is a very, very small market. And when foreigners start to buy, they buy at a more aggressive level. And when more buyers come in, stock prices normally go up, and that has been the rule of thumb for the Philippines. But I also mentioned that what's the general sentiment when the GDP results come in, and we've already seen two GDP results right after the lockdown: the Q2 GDP, which was very negative, and then the Q3 GDP, which is also negative still. If you add all of that though, one thing is in common: those negative figures have been expected. People have been expecting us to have bad results. Now, I mentioned this in a video around March or April that let's see when the lockdowns get lifted. And after the lockdowns got lifted, we saw the market boom. The more we reopen the economy, the more positive sentiment it has and puts into the market. So please remember this. It's true that the economy is bad. It's true that the economy has dropped massively. But please remember this. The drop to 4,500 was also was not tempered with emotion. People were selling because of fear. People were selling out of the uncertainty. Now, here's the thing. I also mentioned March, April, May that one of the things that people will look for is the vaccine or the cure, or people having a semblance of going back to normal. If you noticed it, somewhere around November, I think there was a switch. People started to go back out. Albeit not like what it was before, not similar to what it was in 2019, not similar to how it was before the pandemic, but people have started to go out. But I've seen people cautiously go back to malls. People starting to eat out once again, which is good for the economy in general because it creates more transactions. And if you add everything to the mix, the disclosure of Pfizer on their vaccine and the trials and the success that they're having is also bolstering the markets, giving people a shot now that, hey, we may see a recovery, that we may see things go back to normal faster than what everyone is pegging it to be. And lastly, one of the things that has changed is that the election results are out, and since the election results are out, the uncertainty is already gone. That being said, I want to show you how the stocks performed, and you will notice it also that right now, by the time we're making this video, majority of the ones that have massively moved up are the ones that have large market caps, are the ones that are considered blue chips by some people, or are the ones that institutions or foreign funds would normally buy. Because at the end of the day, right now, those stocks were massively battered. Since they were massively battered, hey, a lot of the foreign funds that rotated, that took money out of the Philippines, are now seeing that, hey, we've already maximized our gains in the US market. Please remember, around June this year, the US markets were massively doing well. We've seen US markets hit all-time highs, while the Philippines was relatively a laggard and it was moving sideways. But right now, a lot of them have already pushed up and gone massively higher, and we've seen them rotate back to the Philippines also. And that's why we saw their stocks start to move up, or at least we saw large cap stocks move up. So that's why you will see a lot of companies in the list heavily connected to at least the conglomerate space. I'll show you later that SM was very, very close already to its all-time high and how it has fared over the past 7 or 8 months. So if you guys are excited, comment below. I'm excited. Comment below. I want to see the list because that's what we're gonna do right now. Hey guys, so here's the list of the top 50 stocks in terms of its at least capital appreciation from the start of the year to the time I'm measuring it, which is November 19, 2020. So please do know that if you're watching this at whatever point after November 19, 2020, the stock price may have moved either up or down. Again, no one has a crystal ball on whether the stock is up or down. No one can guess, no one can forecast. And again, as you start to analyze this, it's your money, it's your responsibility. You have to know your buy and sell signals, and you have to buy them based on your own analysis and your own decision. So what I'm doing here is I'm just ranking them from the start of the year, the start of the trading year, to where we are November 19, and we're just gonna push them higher. And please do note that even though we've seen a lot of blue chip stocks, large market cap conglomerates, property stocks, and a bit of banks start to go up already, they still have not gone higher from the level of where they were when they started the year. Please do note that foreigners came in just the past few weeks, and though it has given those stocks a push, it's still not strong enough for, from comparing it to the other stocks that are in this top 50, it's not strong enough to warrant to be in the top 50 list. So there will be some stocks here that are considered large cap, blue chip, but there's a lot of stocks here that are not really large stocks or large companies, or what people consider to be blue chip. So if you guys are ready, I'm just gonna breeze through this, and we're just gonna go through this one by one so that each of you also would get the context for this. So comment below if you're excited, comment if you're ready. Number 50, Web, PhilWeb, 2.52 at the start of the year, has gone up 3.01. Percentage is 19.44%. The highest that it has ever been for the year is 5.17. So malayo pa siya doon. And the lowest that it has ever been for the year is 1.1. Number 49, Diz on copper. If you remember the past video, by the way, I also discussed this a couple of months back. There were a lot of mining stocks that were there. Let's see for this tranche, kano kadaming mining stocks. Number 49, Diz on copper, 6.97 to 8.33, 19.51% up. So it's very, very close already to its year-to-date high, which is at 8.36 pesos per share. By the way, bumagsak yung Diz to 5.54. Waterfront Philippines, WPI, 0.6 to 0.72, 20% up. Relatively, the current price is relatively close to the high for the year at 0.78. So that's where you can measure it now. Lowest is at 0.3. Start of the year is 0.6. It's at 0.72 right now. The highest is 0.78. So the price right now is closer to the year-to-date high. Number 47, LSE Lorenzo Ship, 0.86, 1.04, 20.93. The highest for the year is 1.05. It's up 0.93%. Again, similar to Waterfront, it's closer to the highest point already for the year. 46, Brown, BRN, 0.7 to 0.85, 21.43% up. Please do note that it has retraced already from the highest yield for the year at 1 peso. The lowest that it has been is 0.46. So malayo na siya sa lowest point. Pero malayo, hindi naman malayo, but it's not anymore near the highest point also. FGen, First Gen, 23 pesos per share. Start of the year, 28. It's up 21.74%. Year-to-date high is 29.8. Halos double na siya from its year-to-date low, which I assume was around March, 14 pesos per share. So SPC, 8.4. The start of the year hit 10.28, up 22.38%. The lowest it has ever been is 6.5. So malayo na siya sa lowest point. Also, it went to 11.06, so it has retraced quite a bit as well. MPI, Metro Pacific Investments, 3.36, 4.15, 23.51% up. The highest that it has been is 4.3. As you all know, this is pretty much triggered also by their disclosure that they are doing buybacks, and that's what created the stock to move in an upward trend. But again, the lowest point was 2.28 pesos per share at some point this year. So please do note that malayo na siya sa lowest point. It's closer to the highest point already. So let's see. The stock though, from a trend perspective, is in an uptrend. APL, Apollo Global, 0.042% at the start of the year, 0.53%, 26.90% up. Not anymore at the highest point already, which the year-to-date high is at 0.65%. IRC, again, this has news to be connected to Makati Subway. It's up 26.98%. Started the year 1.26. Highest, its current price is 1.6. Its year-to-date high is 1.65. Again, very, very far from its lowest point. So please do note, the stocks that we have right now are very, very far already. At least if you're in the top 50 in terms of capital appreciation, you've gone up very, very far from the lowest point for the year. So for IRC now at 0.54, it has more than tripled already, or at least close to tripled its price from the lowest point for the year. Sun Trust Home, Sun 1.18 to 1.5, 27.12%. It has retraced a bit from its highest point at 2.47. It's close to double the lowest point at 0.89, but it's at 27.12%. So we're done with 50 to 40. Comment below kung sino yung sa tingin nyo yung number one. I'll give you 5 seconds. Put it in the comment section. Let me know who you think is number one. Anyways, number 39, LBC Express, connected to logistics, 12.74, 16.26, up 27.63%. Highest this year, 16.34. So it's close already to the upper crust of where it is now. From its lowest, it has more than doubled also. Nickel Asia, NIKL 3.25, 4.19, up 28.92%. It's still closer to the year-to-date high. It from the lowest of 1.4, it has moved up almost triple as well. But nickel 28.92%. So please do note, ba't tinatanong nyo, ang layo naman yung sa lowest kasi dito nag-start January, then boom, malaki talaga yung binagsak, and then it has gone past the year-to-date at the start of the year. But because it has dropped so much in March, the yields from March are different from the yields at the start of the year. So again, you will see this in the world of stock investing. It's also about how low you get it, because your yields will also predominantly be affected by how cheap or how low you buy the stock. Next, number 37, Mackay holding 6.19, 8 pesos, highest is 9.4. It's at 29.24%. Today, the lowest is 4.75, so it's close also to double where it was. So if you notice it, no, yung prevailing team started the year here, dropped massively, then it has gone up higher than the start of the year and massively higher than the drop. Another mining company, GeoGrace, at number 36, 0.20. It's at 0.26. It's up 29.35. It's closer to the higher end also of its price for the year. Another mining company, MA, number 35, Manila Mining, 0.0074. It's at 0.0097, 31.08%. The highest that it has been is 0.012. Malayo na siya doon. Ibig sabihin na nag-retrace siya. But it has also gone up massively from where it was at the lowest point of the year. 34, LFM, Liberty Flour, 44.95. Currently is 59.5. It's up 32.37%. It has retraced a bit from the 67 peso price, highest niya for the year. Lowest is at 27.05. 33, Euromed, 1.6 pesos per share, 2.14. It's up 33.75. It has retraced from its highest point, 4.49. I remember this. It went up because people connected this to like a pharma stock, and they're thinking na wala kasi tayong parang katulad sa States na Moderna, Pfizer, Gilead, na heavily connected to companies that are creating the cure or the vaccine for the coronavirus. So after they realized that wala naman yata, di naman siya connected sa any of the vaccines or cures, boom, it started to go down. So that was at the height, I think, of the lockdowns, 4.49 pesos per share, or at least a days or weeks after that. But up until now, it's up 33.75%. 32, VUL, 0.85, 1.15, up 35.29. Highest for the year is 1.23, so it has retraced a bit. But again, also malaki na inakyat niya from the lowest point. 31, Food Alliance Select, 0.51, 0.69. currently up 35.29. By the way, comment below if you're enjoying this format where we go a deep dive and we go to detailed analysis of this. The 0.69 price today is the highest that it's ever been. It has not really significantly gone up compared to the other stocks that we had before this, but 0.44 to 0.69 is decent. GSMI, Nebra, 38 to 51.65, up 35.92. It has retraced a bit from the highest of 59, lowest for the year is 25. So, kung nasa dun yung sa pinakamababa, halos nag-double na siya. 29, SGP. This one, hindi ko masyado nababantayan na Synergy. Grid, 204, 280. Stock is up 37.25. The highest that it has been for the year is 360. It has retraced to 280. The lowest for the year is 130. So from 130 to 360 lowest to highest, laki na nun. From lowest to the current price, it has gone up more than double. 28 PLDT. Okay, one of the bigger companies that we have, 994 to 1370, up 37.83%. Highest for the year is 1487. Lowest for the year is 800. Again, the drop in March. 27 MVC, Mabuhay Vinyl, 3.3, 4.59, 39.09%. Highest for the year is 4.73. Same thing then, it's close to the higher portion. Emperador, EMP, 7.21, 10.06. It's up 39.53%. Highest for the year is 10.98. It has retraced a bit. 25, we're now in the upper half. PXP, this has moved, please do note, because of all of the news regarding oil exploration, South China Sea. The government has allowed the exploration there. That's why we've seen a surge over the past few weeks for PXP. 8.5 at the start of the year, 11.96 as of today, up 40.74%. It has retraced a bit to 13.4 pesos per share. Tugs, Harbor Star, 1.05, 1.51 today, 43.81% up. It's close still to the highest portion. If you look at the lowest portion, 0.51, it has almost tripled already. Greenergy, 1.87 to 2.73, 45.99% up. At 2.73, it's close to its highest high as well. Number 22, Call Financial, 18.42 to 28. It's up 52%. At 28, it's close to the highest portion. So please do note for Call Financial, I just wanted to note this, that similar to what we're seeing around the world, Robinhood and other online platforms, a lot of people, because of the lockdowns, you're stuck at home. We've seen a surge of people investing in the markets, and online brokerages like Robinhood, eToro, and again also Call Financial should benefit from the number of users that have been signing up. Call Financial, 8.42 at the start of the year, 28 pesos per share as of today. It's close to its year-to-date high at 28.4 pesos per share. So the stock is up 52.01. The lowest price for the year is 14.9. So lowest to highest, it has decently moved up also. Number 21, we're back again for another mining company, LCB, Lepanto, 0.102 at the start of the year. Current price, 0.157. It's up 53.92%. Highest price for the year is 0.179. It has retraced a bit. Lowest price is 0.059. So we've seen it decently, massively also go up from the lowest portion of the year. Number 20, LC, same then, 0.094, 0.15, 59.57%. Gains somehow similar also to LCB. Highest for the year for LC, 0.182. If you look at the chart of this, malayo pa siya kung nasan siya na 2011. It's just that sobrang laki ng binagsak niya this year at 0.06. Number 19, Manila Water. Started the year at 9.7, dropped to 7.62. So please remember, I just wanted to frame the context for this. For Manila Water, the reason why it did not drop as much as compared to the other stocks that we have here is mainly because last year, December 2019, it dropped massively from all of the news that it received. But anyways, 9.7 pesos per share. It's currently at 15.64 pesos per share. That being said, the highest price for the year is 15.86. So from where we are, we're seeing Manila Water at least close to the higher end already of the price range. It's up 6.24%. So if you notice it, if you want to be in the top 20 best performing stocks year to date, you have to at least earn around 59.57%. Number 18, Dito, the very, very requested stock that's highly connected to local stocks, or at least local retailers have been buying this. Dito CME 3.88 at the start of the year, 6.39 currently. Highest is 8.05. Lowest for the year is 1 peso. It's up 64.69%. For local retailers that were able to ride this, congratulations. This is quite a decent gain as well, especially for those who traded in and out of it. LIHC number 17, Lodestar 0.5, 0.84, up 68%. It's close to the higher end. Number 16, comment below if you're still here. Comment below if you're still learning. Comment if I stayed up until this time. BLFI, BDO Leasing, 1.85, 3.16, 70.81%, 3.48, 1.83. Okay guys, I just want to clarify something for BLFI. No, although by numbers, it's at number 16. Technically speaking, the last traded date for it is January 24, 2020. So it should technically not be included here. But for the sake of para mabuo tong list na to, the number 51 is Welex. It's Win. Up 18.19%. Technically speaking, if you will include the ones that did not even trade even for today, pasok yung BPI Leasing. But if you want to remove that, dapat pasok sa last or number 50 is Welex. So, something like that na lang. Bahala na kayo guys how you want to treat it if you're very, very strict with your ranking. Okay, for number 15, PX, Felix Mining 2.85 to 4.91, up 72.28%. Highest for the year 6.5, so it has also retraced a bit. As you notice, ang daming mining companies that are part of this. Lowest is 1.85, so it has also gone up quite a significant number also for the year. Now Corporation, again, another one that has been a recipient of all of the news that has been surrounding data, telecom, and third telco news, which is highly connected to Now Telecom. Stock opened the year 2.5. It's currently at 4.33. It's up 73.20%. Highest for the year 6.39. It has also retraced. Lowest for the year is 1. So from 1 to 4.33, decent upside. From 2.5 to 4.33, 73.20%. Tech, Sirtech Holdings, 3.75 pesos at the start of the year. If you notice it, the lowest price is 3.6. I just want to hammer this. The reason why it really has not gone down from the start of the year to the lowest price of the year, it's primarily because this has gone down massively already the past years, primarily because of the trade war. Even though there was a pandemic, it did not even go, it wasn't massively lower than the start of the year already, because yung 3.75 sobrang sad-sad na yun. Highest price for the year is 13.38. Current price 6.66, even though it has gone down massively also from where it was. It's still up 77.60%. Number 12, APX, another mining stock, 1.03, 1.85. It has hit a high of 2.32. The lowest for the year is 0.55. Current price is 1.85, up 79.6%. So from 0.55 to where it is right now, it's massively up. But also, if you try to analyze it and you try to look at it, it has retraced from 2.32 to 1.85 pesos per share. Comment below, guys, if you're staying up until this point in time. We're very, very close already to the top 10. SSP, SFA, Semicon, 0.84 to 1.56, up 85.71%. Highest for the year is 1.8. It has retraced a bit. Lowest for the year is 0.5. We're now in the top 10. MAHB, Metro Alliance, 1 to 2, up 100%. Highest for the year is 3.24. It has retraced already though. Number 9, another mining company, AT Atlas Con Mining, 2.5 to 5.02, up 100.80%. Highest is 5.28. It has retraced a bit, but it's closer to the higher end already. Lowest for the year is 1.5. MAH, Metro Alliance, 0.95 to start the year, 2.02 currently, up 112.63%. Highest for the year is 3.3, has retraced also. Number 7, this is interesting because this is something that a lot of people are paying close attention to. AC Energy, ASEN 2.29 at the start of the year, 5.18. And as you all know, highest price is 5.24. It's up 126.20%. Lowest is 1.39. Please remember the reason why it's very, very close, because currently, as of the time the video is being made, it's still currently progressing and moving into its uptrend, and it has received a lot of volume also and a lot of buzz because of the SROs, because also of its connection to green energy as well. So number 6, PHA, Premier Horizon, 0.34 to 0.77, up 126%. Highest for the year is 0.82, lowest for the year is 0.17. So anywhere above the top 10, it's up more than 100% already. BCB, Benguet Corporation, 1.2 to 3.11, 159.17%. Again, you're seeing in the top 50 so many mining companies, very, very close to the 3.33 level. Another mining company, Nihao, NI 1.02 to 2.65, 159%, 159.8%, 2.76. It's close also to the higher portion. Number 3, Benguet Corp, 1.13 to 3.23, up 185%. Again, it's also close to the higher end of its year-to-date movement. Lowest for the year is 0.7. Comment below, guys. Can you guess who do you think is number 1? Feeling ko some of you know it because alam ko madami nagre-request sa stock na yun. At least among the top 10, no? The one that is talked about a lot is ASEN, and then sure ako yung number 1 na madalas natin na pag-uusapan yun. Number 2 is MRC Allied 0.187 to 0.54, 188.77%. At 0.54, it's already at its highest price for the year. And lastly, this is what everyone has been talking about for the year, or at least at the middle of the year, talking about Merrimart number 1. If you put it at the closing price, no, at its IPO date, the yield should be lower. But I just wanted to point out that the IPO price was at 1 peso. So for those who bought it at the IPO price, it's at 5.34 today. It's up 434%. The highest price is 5.49. Please remember the reason why it's also close to the highest price to the current price are close to each other, because Merrimart, just the past few days, it has broken out to a newer range. So again, if you put it at the closing price for the first time it went into the market 1.5, the yield should be just around 200 plus. But since this is an IPO stock, for those who got it from the IPO or list before it listed in the market, and you have not sold, you're up 434% already. So I hope you guys got a lot, no, when we did the list. I hope it gave you enough information also to show you which stocks have gone up a bit. It also showed you which stocks that, teka, this is how low it was last March, and this is how high it has been already right now. I guess the whole point of this video is to show you also that at the time where uncertainty is at its greatest, at the time where risk is at its greatest, those who braved the risk, those who braved the unknown, are the ones that got a bigger upside. Because at the end of the day, when you see stocks massively battered, and when you see that there's still no hope in sight, that probably is one of the portions or one of the times that it will give you the largest upside. And I wanted to show this to people because people would always say that nakakatakot mag-invest sa market ngayon kasi bagsak, nakakatakot kasi madaming uncertainty, or baliktad naman, pag mataas yung market, people don't want to invest kasi mataas masyado yung market. However, if you try to look at it, if that's the perspective, hindi na tayo makaka-invest, hindi na kayo makaka-invest. You have to invest based on your plan. And if you follow the narrative, good stocks, good companies, we don't know when, we don't know how, we don't know what time frame, but they drop. But when they drop, they always go back higher than where they were before. I want to show you that the stock market works, that the stock market is still the game, that the stock market, hey, may risk siya kasama doon, but if you do it properly, if you do it well, it can be something that can give you wealth over a period of time. And comment below, I wanted to know, kasama ba yung mga stocks nyo dun sa mga umakyat? Kasama ba yung mga stocks nyo? Halo-halo yun. May nakita rin kayong mga stocks na medyo speculative in nature. May nakita kayong mga stocks na sila yung hindi masyadong affected because of the pandemic. Mas maganda pa nga yung benta nila. Or meron din mga stocks na they were laggards for the first 5, 6, 7 months, and suddenly, boom, they started to push up, they started to go up as well. So there, I hope you guys got a lot from this, and I hope that this is something that gave you added insight. People have always said that 2020 is a bad year, but guess what? In the midst of crisis, there's always opportunity. In the midst of crisis, there's always a way for you that if you do it well, if you do it right, you can get a source of revenue via investing. And I guess this is my way also of encouraging people. If hindi pa kayo nag-invest, I'm not saying mag-invest kayo ngayon, but what I'm saying is take the time to study, take the time to learn, get the rudiments of investing. Because at the end of the day, yung biggest panghihinayang ng mga tao when they get older is not that sana pala nag-take ako ng risk eh. Pero yung biggest panghihinayang that I've seen is they'd always tell me, Marvin, sana nag-start ako ng mas maaga, sana nag-invest ako ng mas maaga, sana natutunan ko ito ng mas maaga, sana may nagturo sa akin ito ng mas bata pa ako. And all that we have right now is time. Do not waste the prime years of your life not building the skill of earning, not building the skill of investing, not learning the rudiments on how you can make your money work hard for you. I'm not saying the stock market is easy. I'm not saying also that lagay mo lang dyan, kikita siya. It's something that you have to take the time to build the experience, to learn more about it. But what I'm saying is, the opportunity is there. The stocks that I've shown you, a lot of them that have gone up, at least a big chunk of them, those are companies that are built to last. Those are companies na nakailang crisis na sa Pilipinas, but they're still standing. And I'll say this over and over, and if you've been following this channel over and over, you know that I say this all the time, that good companies in bad times get even better. And that's what we saw. That's the moral lesson of this. The conglomerates that drop down, guess what? They're back up again. The property companies that have been massively battered, guess what? They're not in their all-time highs yet, but they have a semblance already of bouncing back. Ganun din for banks, for retail companies, especially the telcos. Because the telcos, if you notice it, hey, they're part of the stay-at-home economy that as people are still staying at home, more and more of those companies will make more money as well. I guess that's it for now. If you want to know more about investing, trading, fundamental analysis, technical analysis, like, share, and subscribe to my channel, Marvin Germo. This is the first channel, the main channel, over 1,700 videos already, and my second channel, Stock Investing Made Easy, where we do deep dives on technical and fundamental analysis. I'll put links in the description below for our playlist for technicals and fundamental analysis. But for you guys who want to somehow learn via books, I'll put the link below for the 5 books that I've written. They're available via Shopee, can be delivered wherever you are in the Philippines. If you got value from this, if you stayed up until the end, comment below, I stayed up until the end. At ano yung aral na nakuha nyo sa video na to? But if you got value from this, appreciate it also if you can press the like button for the YouTube algorithm so it pushes this video up more. And secondly, put it in the comment section, algo, if you just want to support this video. So that's it for now, Marvin Germo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all. By the way, guys, I'm not sure kung napansin nyo if you've been following my Instagram stories from before. If you look at this area, at the start of the lockdown, walang kailaw-ilaw dyan, walang kotse. Ngayon, you see the red lights there. We're seeing the economy start to get better, start to get better, start to get better. So, why am I saying this? Never give up. No matter how hard things get, you don't stop eh. Because those that win never quit. I repeat that. Those who win never quit. And those who quit, I know this sounds like a cliche, but they're the ones who also never win. Winners focus on winning, losers focus on everyone else, and they blame everyone else. So yun, may Ferrari na dumaan, di ko alam kung nadinig yun, but that's it for now. Bye guys!